first heard the story?
When I first heard the story, William, I did the sensible thing, which nobody on your panel seems to have done. I went and I read the actual statement to see what it was, because I'm well aware that the BBC are capable of putting their spin on these things.
Well, I've read the statement too, Sammy. I've read the statement too.
Let Sammy make his point, please.
I'm going to do something which none of your commentators have done to date. I'm going to read the statement, and I'm going to read it in its full, in its entirety.
Can I just be, before you say that? Can I just? I've got the East Belfast GAA statement. I've got the Gold Springs statement. I've got the North Down statement. I'm going to read all of them, Sammy. Just be clear about this. They're on our website. You can read. The BBC has covered this story. So all I'm doing at the start of this hour, I don't know why you got a pointy head about this, is I'm going around the table and asking you for your first reaction. Then we'll get into the details and the nuance, okay? We're going to do that. So take it away.
Okay. Well, why I'm getting a pointy head, as you put it like that, William, is because you distorted it. You asked, why is this an issue about children? Why are we asking this? It's not about children. And let me tell you why it's not. And I'll tell you why it's not by reading the statement. A number of residents in the Comber area have expressed significant concerns about the proposed or perceived move of the GAA into the local community. While the promotion of sport and youth engagement is widely supported across all sectors of society, many local residents have raised reservations about the GAA's cultural and historical affiliations. Specifically, there is unease regarding aspects of the organisations that have in the past celebrated or commemorated individuals associated with paramilitary activity. For a shared and peaceful future, such actions are viewed by some as divisive and incompatible with a truly inclusive society. Residents have made it clear that until the GAA takes meaningful steps to ensure it is fully inclusive and sensitive to the history and identity of the Protestant, Unionist and Loyalist community, its presence in Comber would be viewed with regret and opposition by many in the Comber area. This issue is not about opposition to sport, but about ensuring that all organisations operating in shared space demonstrate respect for all traditions and work proactively towards reconciliation and mutual understanding. Now, that is not the statement that you sought to portray it to be, William. The GAA is an expressly political organisation. Rule 1.2 of the association says that the association is a national organisation which has as its basic aim the strengthening of the national identity of a 32-county Ireland. This is an organisation which names sports clubs after people like Kevin Lynch, an INLA terrorist who was in jail for kneecapping people, not a great promotion of sport, left people so that they couldn't even walk. And this is an organisation which at the West Belfast Festival, certainly a couple of years ago, and I'd be interested to know if it's still the case today, has an under-15s tournament named after Joe Cahill, the officer commanding of the IRA on Bloody Friday, who said that he had no remorse for Bloody Friday. He was involved in the planting of 22 bombs in 80 minutes, the death of 9 people, including 2 teenagers, who now the GAA would tell us, oh, you can play a cup in memory of that great individual. Those are the issues that the Lodge raised. Those are the issues which you deliberately obscured. Those are the issues which all your other guests, and they'll know. And
they're worried about it being politicised, and they're worried that the kids, who knows, they might be thinking this could turn into another Holy Cross type of scenario. Nobody wants that with kids involved. But on context, which is to do with the nature of the GAA as you perceive it, and as many unionists would perceive it, given that context, are you glad that the cricket club cancelled this event?
That's a decision that the cricket club needs to come to, William. Clearly there was local opposition to it and people concerned about it. I don't for a moment buy your idea that this was a sort of Holy Cross situation and people were calling for protests.
That's not my idea. I didn't say that was my idea at all.
I think you were suggesting that.
No, I wasn't. Come on. Look, I'm not going to do this. Really, I'm not going to do this. Go back and listen to what I said. I said that the cricket club was concerned about the politicisation of all of this. Maybe they were even worried that this could develop into some kind of Holy Cross scenario, and nobody wants that. No, Sammy, I'll say what I want to say. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So don't misquote me, please. Do not misquote me.
You can't.
Why don't you make your point? Why don't you make your point?
You can't take the statement written by the Orange Order and say this is a potential to go into a Holy Cross situation.
I didn't
because
say
it doesn't even mention. It doesn't even mention the children.
Say that.
The point about the statement that was
This is
issued by the Orange Lodge.
utterly disingenuous.
The point
I
was
did not say that.
You implied it.
I didn't imply it.
You did imply it.
You inferred
anyone
it.
that listens
There's
to
a
the programme
difference.
would know that. But anyway, there are a number of points that I do want to respond to, including that one. And that's the fact that Kula Zuma was trying to say that this doesn't hold water, that this is not about children. It clearly isn't about children. It's about the GAA. She talked about taking the politics out of children. If you want to do that, then they shouldn't be involved in an organisation which, under Rule 1.2 of its code, it outlines that it is an explicitly nationalist organisation.
So what? Is that a big deal? Is that a big deal? The Orange Order stands for the United Kingdom.
Yes, absolutely.
So what's the big deal about being a nationalist organisation?
Well, here's the parallel that you're trying to draw, William.
I'm not drawing any parallels. I'm just asking you a question.
Just give me a moment to answer your question. You are attempting to draw a parallel between this and an Orange Order and junior members of the Orange Order being involved in a sporting organisation.
Again, I would ask you to go back and listen to the way I put my own words. The fair parallel
would be that the junior members of the Orange Order take part in a junior Orange Order parade down the Falls Road. Do you think that would be accepted? Of course not. That's the sort of thing that these people are going to this they are going to Cumber as members of an expressly political organisation. And that is the objection.
And if they were Orange Order kids, they would be coming to the event as part of an organisation that uplifts the Reformed faith and has a political commitment to a constitutional place in the United Kingdom. It's political as well.
If they were going to march down the Falls Road,
nobody from the GAA is marching down a road here. It's a cricket event.
Here's the point. Listen to me and let me speak. The point is that they're going there as members of the GAA. The GAA is an expressly nationalist and republican organisation. It names cups for teenagers after an individual who has no remorse for Bloody Friday. That is the sort of organisation that children are being encouraged to take part in. And I completely share, and I agree with the concerns of the Orange Lodge articulated in that statement, that children would be brought into that sort of situation.